I'm Kim Fuller, owner and founder of Fuller Life Concepts, where I help you stay accountable to your goals. One of the challenges that we have is that we are afraid to share our truth. Yeah, me included, but I think that most of the time you are too. Afraid to share your truth. Why? Because people may laugh or judge or all kinds of reasons why you don't share your truth. And some people kind of go the artificial route and they share their feelings and their thoughts and what's happening in their lives almost as if it's on public display in social media. But that's not truly sharing your truth, because in order to truly share your truth, it has to be someone who can reflect it back to you, like in person or by phone, where you actually hear the response as you share your truth. And that's what I want to challenge you to do this week and beyond. Okay, so let me give you a short story about me. A few years ago, I was interviewed by a magazine, and one of the things that happened at the end of the article, they asked me about being an entrepreneur and being a mom and how do I balance it. It was Balanced Mom magazine. And I answered all those questions. I had no problems. I kind of knew what I was going to talk about. And then she got to one of the very last questions. And she asked, what is it that your friends or family would be surprised about if they knew you were into it, or something like that? So basically, what secrets are you holding from your friends and family who would be very surprised about what the contents of that secret was? And at the time, one of the things I was into was kind of card reading, the concept of using cards for ways to learn what's going to happen in my future, or for me to kind of use it as motivational tools. But that directly is in contrast with some of my upbringing, cultural and spiritual beliefs. So I knew my family would be like, what on earth? And guess what? Once they heard that, what on earth was kind of the result they got. But that's okay. I was comfortable with that. And I expected that kind of result. So if there are many other truths or secrets or information that I could share that I know people would be shocked at. You do too, right? And why is it that we hold it back? Fear of judgment, fear of somebody withholding their love or affection because of your truth, fear of just rejection in general, shame about what it is that's going on for you, or even more importantly, afraid that they can't handle it. So I spent many years in my career working as a nonprofit mental health therapist. And one of the biggest challenges was trying to get some of the clients to talk about their history, whether it was abuse or whether it was like some of their depression symptoms. It was a challenge trying to get them to open up. And one of the things I learned from my own therapy, my coaching, my supervision was that a lot of times when people tell you something that is shocking or sad, that your reaction impacts them. Almost as if now, because they shared their truth, they've now traumatized you, and now they need to take care of you for something they said about their lives. Their lives are so traumatic or so overwhelming or so emotional that you can't handle it. Think about that. Think about the last time one of your friends or family members told you something and you were, and you gasped and then cried or got angry, and they had to start taking care of you. Who wants that? So in order for us to begin sharing our truth, we have to prepare ourselves for listening to someone else's truth. We have to learn what are the expectations we have of our friends and our families, etc. Who are the people in our lives who we are most afraid to share that with? So why is all this important anyway? Because when we hold back some of our truth, when we hold secrets, when we hold shame, when we hold fear of being rejected or not loved or judged because of something that we believe or experienced, it keeps us stuck. Because you're not going to ever want to cross that threshold. You're not going to ever want to take a risk that might open up that door. So we got to begin opening up, me included, right? So let's do this together. Because when we share our truth, it starts to open up other spaces in our lives for more abundance and receiving and ability to move past that block or that barrier. And I think that's really important. So one of the things that I want to also emphasize that I heard from Brene Brown, which I thought was brilliant, is you only want to share your truth with people who deserve it. So do all the people in social media deserve to hear your truth? No. Half of them don't care and click through. You want to share it with people who respect and love and care about you and want to embrace you. All of your faults, your shame, your fears, your successes. Okay, so I want you to try this sentence as homework, and let's work on it together, and we'll check in to see how it goes. And the sentence is, and I also included a PDF so that you can download it and practice writing it out on your own. So it is, if my blank knew blank, they would blank. Okay? So if my blank knew blank, they would blank. So the very first blank is a person. My mom, my dad, my sister, my child. You fill in a person's name. Knew blank, and that is the secret, the truth, the thing you don't want to tell. And then the third blank is what your expectation is of them hearing or learning of this information, right? So for me, if my mom knew that I was into tarot cards, she would just think I was crazy and tell me, "You're cuckoo bananas, Kim." That's my expectation, right? If my sisters knew that I secretly want to be a backup dancer for Janet Jackson, they would think, "Woohoo, that's so cool," right? Or would they say, "You are way too old to be thinking about changing your career"? Who knows? But it's my fear, my projection about what I think they would say. So that's what I want you to try this week and beyond. Fill in the blanks of this sentence and use a couple of different secrets and people in your expectations. And we can begin to unravel and become more aware about what kind of truths are holding us back from being all that we can be and living a fuller life. So fill out the information, print it out, fill it in, and let me know how it's going. Make comments to this post, and you can also share your experience on Facebook, Fuller Life Concepts. But I don't necessarily want you to share your secret. Just your experience and your expectations would be brilliant. Okay, so I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.